Hello, good morning, good people. Um, Good morning. Today is Monday, April 7th, 2025. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning here in southwestern Nevada, where we are east of Sin City, west of Death Valley, and south of Area 51. Got to get the lighting in here. Lighting, key thing, lighting. There we go. See how I do that? All righty then. So here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and other people on their journey through this life in preparation for what comes next, on the belief that we have a soul that continues after death. And that's one. And number two, what happens next is a function of how we do here. Number three, our life is a gift. It's not an investment. It's not a contract. It's not a loan. It's a gift. And we can do with it whatever we choose. The best thing to do with the gift is to honor the gift, meaning put it to the best possible use and take care of it. So that would mean we are made in the image of God. We have a soul that is contained in this body. Being here is a gift. We can do with it whatever we want. We can squander it. We can be the prodigal son. We can squander it, or we can honor it. And the first best way to honor the gift of this body is to take care of it. To take care of it physically through fitness and health. In other words, take care of what we ingest and focus on activity. So ingest would be the foods we use. There are healthy foods that we should ingest. There are unhealthy foods that we should not ingest. There are other things we should not ingest, like drugs, including nicotine. If we really want to honor the gift, we should eat healthy and not ingest things that are not good for us. Now, once again, we're only human, but we can strive for what's good. So for me, my weakness is oatmeal raisin cookies. Not really good for you. One or two, not bad. 1 or 2 dozen, not good. But I cut out most other things. So number one, take care of this body that enables our soul, our spirit to move around, to locomote, and to do things, pick up things, type, etc. See, hear, taste, tell, smell, touch, all of the use our senses. So that's the first thing. Second thing, to honor the gift of life would be to use our brain to learn, to understand what's going on in the world, to be able to help other people to obey Jesus' commands. Third thing is to control our emotions. We have these fantastic emotions, but like any other thing, we need to learn how to use them so that we are able to accomplish our goals. We're not controlled by other people. And then finally, spiritually, to understand what this is all about so that we can better take care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. So it's like a cycle, right? And follow Jesus' commands. So here we interpret John 3. This is here. If again, disclaimer, this is for our students who are not saved and not successful. If you're saved or you're successful, number one, you don't need to, this doesn't apply to you because you're already saved. But number two, you might take an interest in, okay, all right, does that help that person get to where I'm at? Because I'm already saved or I'm already successful. That person's not saved, they're not successful. There's more than one way to bake a cake. And here at Department of Career Services at G School, our thing is to focus on the commands of Jesus, God in human form. And he was pretty basic and pretty simple. Didn't say, go home and read the Bible. He said, love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love one another as I have loved you. Make disciples of all people. And when you say, well, how do I love one another as I have loved you? He was very clear. If you help the hungry, the thirsty, the naked, the unhoused, the sick, the incarcerated, if you help the least of those, you help me. Help those people who are less fortunate. An action thing, not a mental thing, not sitting in your room. This is be out there in the world. Be a contemplative in action. Oops. Okay. So we're getting kind of long-winded. This is day 1 of week 3 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. And in this week, we call it Outside Our Skull-Sized Kingdom. So today is going to be an introduction to that. But before we do that, let's look at our worksheet. The worksheet is where it's at. It's our updated daily study guide, our daily syllabus of things to do that would take about 4 hours to go through the whole thing in a day. You don't have to do all 4 hours. You can there we go. You don't have to do all 4 hours, but you can do something. And then the second thing is just showing up at the podcast every day, building better habits, creating routine, then repetition, repetition, repetition. Get to the point where not watching this every day feels awkward. Okay, so introduction to week 3. Start with advice from an 80-year-old. Never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day. Oh, a couple announcements. Number 1, happy birthday to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Roxanne, who is heading on a little journey today. She and her family are going on a journey today for probably the next 3 months. Let's see, what can we say? So yeah, happy birthday. I remember that day, my first child born, milestone in life. Very proud of Roxanne and her family and my 2 granddaughters, Ozzy and Marigold. Cool. Bunk. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, good morning, Miss Tranquil, wherever you are. So advice from an 80-year-old, never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day. So I'm not going to give up on you. Okay, next on our hit parade, TED Talk for today. David Logan, Tribal Leadership. Maybe we'll get into that. Seth Godin, An Eroding Sense of Wonder. We live in a science fiction universe. A $20 dose of penicillin was priceless a century ago. The 5 cents nickel we spent to light our home might have been the sort of thing we needed to trade an hour of labor for a few generations ago. The ability to press a button, talk to anyone by video anywhere on the planet. It wasn't even discussed until recently, and now it's essentially free. Compared to what is a powerful question. Comparing the miracles of right now to what our parents expected is a useful way to find context and avoid ennui. It's easy to get hooked on the miracle of the moment and to imagine that the next miracle must be even more amazing. And at the same time, we can take a hard look at the real problems people face and decide that no miracle is enough. No wonder, but wonder is a choice, and we can find it if we look for it. Right. Look for wonder. Cool. Great. Daily Stoic. The little things matter. It's the little things. If you can't do the little things right, you can't do the big things right. So that's kind of a other side of the coin of don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff. If you take a time view of life and get that our life is extremely brief, extremely brief, you'll get that most stuff is small stuff. It's not anything to get upset about. However, when you're in the moment, focus, pay attention, do the little things right. Or as the Navy SEALs say, the Navy SEAL might say there's 2 ways to do things, the right way and if that is your disposition, if that is your point of focus, then do it right the first time, even if it's a small thing. Cool, great, whatever. All right, so week 3, outside my skull-sized kingdom. So where have we come? This 4-week journey is to answer 2 fundamental questions. Who am I and why do I behave the way I do? And the idea is if you can answer those 2 questions, then you can dial in who you need to be right now. And our goal is to be successful. What is success? For us here, Department of Career Services, success is a function of money times meaning and purpose, where money comes first. Money times meaning and purpose. So what we know from basic math is anything times 0 is 0. So if you have money, any amount of money, but you have no meaning or purpose, you're not successful. What does meaning and purpose mean? Well, meaning means act such that everything you do matters. And purpose is service to others. So people who have no meaning and purpose, literally, their attitude is, what is the reason? There's no reason to continue living. I have no meaning. It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to make me feel good. I've gotten everything out of this life that I can imagine, and it really kind of sucks. So there's no point continuing. That would be kind of the attitude of people who commit suicide. Successful people who commit suicide. So money times meaning and purpose. That is our definition of success. Money times meaning and purpose. The path to that, the way we get to that, though, is through getting other people to help us. Can't do it on our own. And service to others, you need other people anyway. So getting other people to do what you want, the technical term for that is power. Power is getting other people to do what you want. In business, it's called management, right? What do managers do? Well, they get other people to do what they want. In the military, it's called leadership. What do good leaders do? They get other people to do things that achieve the objectives that they have set. So here, it is, we'll call it leadership, but the technical term is power. We can't say power because that's too charged, value judgment charged. People, and power is on a spectrum, which we'll learn next week, good or bad. And when you say power, people think about manipulation. They think about the dark side, using the dark side of the force. So we say leadership to imply the good side. So let's see, we're 16 minutes in. This week, so week 1, orientation overview. Week 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom, how my brain works. My neurons, what is stored on them, how to take care of it. Neurotransmitters, what make me happy, how I can turn them on, turn them off, angel cocktails, devils, things like that. How I can recognize how I'm feeling and say, oh, I need more dopamine, I need more serotonin, I need more oxytocin, I need those. What do I need to do? What do I need to think of? So that I can become who I need to be right now. And now week 3 is outside my skull-sized kingdom. And outside my skull-sized kingdom, I notice there are other people who think the world revolves around them. But I know it revolves around me. But it revolves around them. And I need to get those people to do what I want them to do in a positive way. In a positive way. So today we learn about different stages of tribes. What's a tribe? Tribe is a group of people. Humans form tribe. We're all in many, many tribes. It could be a church tribe, a work tribe, a sports team tribe. We're in all kinds of tribes. It's where we associate with other people. And so one of the purposes of today's video is to identify what stage is this tribe at, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's not going to be at 1 and it's not going to be at 5 because 1 is life sucks. So that's the disintegration of active tribes. That's really the pooling of people who will go in and shoot up a movie theater because what's the point? Life sucks. And stage 5 is life is great. And rarely do we get this. So we don't focus on those. We focus on 2, 3, and 4. Most of our people start at 2. My life sucks. Most of our students are at stage 2. My life sucks because I don't have money. I don't have a job. I don't have basic stuff. Stage 3 is where advertising is targeted. Those are people who have jobs. And that stage 3 is I'm great, you're not. So this is competition. This is keeping up with the Joneses. This is what advertising goes after. It's to make you feel like if you're great, if you're a player, you need this to show other people and yourself you're a player. Stage 4 is we're great. That's where we come together for a cause great, more important than ourselves. That's today. Tomorrow is a 4-step process by Seth Godin on how to start the process of leading other people. Day 3, Wednesday, is Simon Sinek talking about telling the story, how to tell a story that's compelling. Next day, Thursday, David Phillips talking about the magical science of storytelling. It's the story before the story. It's the story that activates the neurotransmitters in people. Day 5 is just an example of how to pull it together. So that's this week, getting other people to do what we want, learning about that. We're way over time. My apologies. I'm going to say cut. Make sure, though, that you come back, tell your friends.